on B as well. So actually, at the end there, Bali had one flash. I was waiting to see if they had a way to use it to try and get an advantage, but never mind that. We're seeing Jules coming out towards the A site here. The bomb is down, but VP will have no trouble in picking it up. See that counter flash just to stop them chasing down the CTs before they can recalibrate towards the A site itself. Peeking going on towards long, trying to find some info as Virtus.pro move towards B.
Wow, this is so fast. Look how they completely circumvented the defense here at Fnatic. They've decided that there was just a boom, an instant decision there, just to go for the B play. There's no messing around, and they are rewarded with a completely clean bomb site. This is really smart by Virtus. They have the advantage as well, so Fnatic need a really huge individual play, and a couple rounds left here as well, and they lose Pronax straight away.
I was going to say they had the man advantage to play for trades there, but I was curious how they would set up to play for trades, but also cover all the spots. But never mind that. Bialy is coming in with the pre-aim there. Finally gets taken down by Flusher, but this is another round for VP.
And Virtus just abusing the connector there to its fullest potential. The way you want to think about the connector is, when you push towards the A site, how many seconds was it since the opponents saw the bomb? Because that's how many seconds they would have had to rotate towards that A site. And they've had maybe 5 to 10 seconds to rotate. They're probably gonna already be on the A site. What do we do? Well, the best answer is usually just to run towards the B site, because even if Fnatic rotates back to the B site, they're not gonna do that with all the players. They're gonna do that with 1 or 2 players. So you basically have the option to go to A and play versus all the CTs, or go back to B and play versus max 1 or 2 CTs.
Yeah, and you can see that they worked out pretty damn well, and Virtus are going really fast into party with everybody they have at their disposal. JW is going to make the first kill, but they just have to try to get the distance close. But JW with 3 kills, that's going to completely annihilate the offense, and a very fast round there. Nice idea by Virtus, but Fnatic showing their individual skill is pretty tip-top.
I would love to see that half, but like 25 rounds rather than 15, just to see the constant one-upmanship and the way they just keep rotating their strategies to try and best each other was really entertaining. But it's come to an end, an unfortunate end, and we will go into Fnatic's T side, and we'll see if they can provide the same kind of damage output that Virtus.pro did. But first it's a pistol. If Fnatic win this, and they have a good opportunity to tie up the score. However, that will not tell the whole story, as the CTs should have the advantage here.
So many Kevlars on the map. Almost everybody has a Kevlar, actually, apart from Neo.
It's a Kevlar party, Dan.
Yeah. So interesting opening for the pistol from both teams. Fnatic playing it slow, actually just taking some basic map control here.
Just creeping quietly around the side. I think it's Olafmeister up above Connect, so just keeping an eye on any flanks while Pronax opens up towards the B bomb site. Snack's going to take down Crims, and he will rotate his position to a more passive one so he can try and find some angles with some teammates. But Fnatic not going to be too committed just yet. Flusher's going to be in the kind of pit area down there, as the rest of his team rotate back towards A.
Yes. Oh, Snacks gets a long range shot on the Flush. He was just trying to delay, actually, and Flusher did a good job there, and Olafmeister will take 2 quick kills towards the A bomb site, where the real push is coming in. But 2-on-2 now, Snacks and Taz versus JW and Pronax. Big health advantage for Fnatic, though, with that bomb ticking away as well, so they're looking really strong to take this one, but in comes Snacks just thunder-fitting around, and he surely will be shot in the back any moment now, as Pronax is making extra doubly sure that he can get an easy engagement. He can get the frag there, that's dangerous! Snacks just needs the single bullet there, he's going to go for the hold in the defuse. In this.
Oh no!
Oh wow! I thought he had it.
That was so awkward.
That's got to be the shortest fraction of a second where that could have really gone either way.
Oh my god, you ran out of bullets. You what, mate?
Yeah, Fnatic winning that pistol round, and they did what Virtus did, one of the weapons around there, where they just run back through connector towards the other site after they have showed the bomb, and just show how great play that is.
It's like such a simple thing as well, but it can be so effective.
What a crazy situation. Pash is holding down long with the Deeg and some Kevlar. That's like, if he manages to hold it down with Deagle, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat a whole pack of Jacob's crackers and not have a pint of water afterwards. I'm just going to sit there with a dry throat, just to fully take in what he will have achieved there. Although he could just give him a round of applause or something, but you know, let's spice it up with crackers, Dan. Threat, line up the crackers.
Line up the crackers. Actually, going to see a force buy from Virtus. CT overpass. It's doable to win the force by a CT, but you But I would actually prefer to see them go for a semi-eco where you just buy P250s, no Kevlar, because it's so good to have the smokes and Molotovs as CT on this map.
Look, that Dig is coming into play, but in close quarters, Prenek's going to be taken down. Olaf the trade. Now, Fnatic starting to run a little shy on time here, because they're committing to the B bomb site, which has 3 players on it. Although the gap in the smoke will open things up here for JW, and he'll just find an angle onto Taz's head as well, so could have gone bad, but went very well in fact. Only Snacks remaining. He only has a 5-7, no armor to save, so we'll see if we can pick something up. Olaf is already in the lurk roll around the balloon area. It is possible to boost on top of those balloons actually, to give a slight look over towards long. But you don't really see it in competitive play.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Boosting on a balloon.
Sitting on a... yeah.
Maybe it's full of ultra high pressure helium.
Yeah, maybe. Easy round there for Fnatic, and as me and Dan talked about earlier today, going for the force play on the second round as CT seems to become weaker and weaker.
That's all I have to... I just have to make weird noises now, because that's how I feel sometimes.
Oh, when people go for the force play as CT?
Yeah, it's starting to be... Again, we're seeing things be so much better at dealing with it. Like, so much better. We saw Fnatic kind of doing it, just very comfortable with that as well. They used nades well, they used trades well, and they made it so they didn't even do all that much damage. And it's very commonly seen now. And looks like a fast push in from Virtus. Actually, they love to do this, and so far it's not actually come out with too much in the way of results. And there you go, quick clean up there from Fnatic. But now we're going to see the impact of that force buy on their money. So
lack of nades.
Yeah, lack of nades, and they don't have an AWP. They may have wanted one, and if they lose this round and even do a lot of damage, they don't even have the option to do something nuts.
One of the critical things that has changed with the buff to the SMGs as well is that you've seen the situation: 2 versus pro players don't have a helmet. Olaf Meister has a Mac 10. That Mac 10 is now an AK versus those 2 players.
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah, you're actually...
It's even better than an AK versus those 2 players because you can just run at them.
And Virtus.pro has taken control of everything towards T-spawn here from A, so they should be able to rotate back and win this round now. And they have to stop the plan, because they have no fix.
Oh yeah, that's also another issue with this as well. You have to make these horrible decisions. Do I want nades or a kit? As well. And they didn't get a kit. Okay, so it's still actually... I mean, Virtus.pro are very good at this, not showing themselves at all. And wow, look at how forward this flank is real right now. Snacks is going to find a kill onto Flusher. Flusher's probably just thinking like, what the hell? How on earth did he get there? How did Pasha get there as well? We have Olaf Meister going down, getting flanked as well. So Fnatic in a really weird position now.
I don't know how we didn't spot that for the longest time, but Pasha will continue to abuse these players from the back. Only 2 players left now. They're still carrying the bomb, however. There's only 3 Virtus.pro players, but the big issue for Fnatic will be the flank that continues here. That continues to rage on with Snacks. He should see the player there. He's going to tap him down, and that's going to be that. He's going to finish him off. Now it's JW's turn to try and go for a flank of his own. He can defend the bomb from the area where Snacks was, but he's going to come out with his gun unprepared. And that'll be a free kill for Snacks.
Getting 2 kills and getting the bomb plant on the first weapon round is okay, even though you lose it. You can still apply some pressure on your opponent's economy. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Fnatic will do here. They played that round extremely passively. I mean, usually you see Fnatic try to go for some early picks, but they waited 40 seconds and they didn't even try to gain any ground anywhere on the map.
It's actually really hard as well against Virtus.pro, because in spots like the B-bomb side, or generally speaking, when Virtus.pro realize, like, okay, do we have to peek? Well, if the answer is no, then they just won't. They just will never peek, and they're so good at, they're so disciplined at that kind of play that you can't force a mistake out of them in that way. And that's something that Fnatic can really abuse against teams if they do go for premature peeks. Ooh, look at these! Oh my goodness!
Wow!
What a nade!
That's not even a 3-pointer. That's a 5-pointer right there. You get extra points for that one. The angles of Virtus.pro, again, they are so hungry when it comes to any new map, even when it's like designed really poorly, like the original Cobblestone. They will eat it up all day because, again, it gives them such a heavy advantage against other teams, not necessarily Fnatic, though they're doing quite well against them, but just generally speaking, they will just devour all the new maps and have a significant lead for a very long time in them because of how much time they've put into them, and it shows with nades like that coming through.
And now we're going to be starting to see the difference between Fnatic's T-side and Virtus.pro's T-side. how well they're going to be able to find some edges against Virtus.pro, because we have our buy rounds now. So this is where the real CS is being played now, as things are a little bit tied up thanks to the win of the pistol round from Fnatic on the second half. And they're moving towards the A site, and we've got 3 people here for Virtus.pro, so they look pretty prepared for this, but there's a nice pick from Crims on the entry, and things could get really awkward here for Virtus.pro if they let Fnatic move into the site and get those Molotovs down, which they don't have, never mind.
Okay, so we have a small gap in the smoke, which is going to be won by Olofmeister taking control of that. Taking down Pasha. Snacks coming in to take down Flusher. Trades coming in. Olofmeister going to be the culprit for that. 2 versus 1 now. So many fast frags coming in. The bomb is planted, but Ali has no smoke. He has a kit, however. Now, the question is he going to hold? Is he going to go for gold? No, he's going to go for the fake here. Crims will hear him fire the bullet.
He should actually save her. Yeah, this is one of the hardest 1v1s you can possibly get into, because you plant the bomb so close to that box, you can't look towards the toilets while you're defusing. So you have to look down, go for the fake defuse, and then look up, and as soon as the terrorist can see that you're not looking down, he knows you're not defusing. So you cannot do the, okay, I'm like holding the defuse, but I'm looking towards you, so you don't know if I'm defusing or not. It's just the worst 1v1 position you can get into.
Okay, so that's Virtus.pro back on the eco as Fnatic tie up the score. We've got aggression from Virtus.pro coming in here through B short. 1 player down, 2 players down. So far so good here for Fnatic.
Yeah, it's going to be a very nice clean round for Fnatic. So doing a really good job actually. I actually am really curious to see how many rounds we'll see from them. Will they just slowly edge their way up into like just an A push like they did in the previous one on the buys, because that works really well. And it's kind of the thing we were talking about with Envious on their games in Kiev, whereby they were giving up toilets and longs so easily that you allow the team to just execute into the site, and they also just have connector and sewers and all the options that go with it. So that was a weirdly passive round from Virtus.pro. They're very good at playing aggressive CT, but do you think that's like an adjustment here against Fnatic threat, or do you think that's something that we will only see like 1 or 2 times?
I actually think they will try to go for the aggressive play next round. Like, we saw some aggressive play, but they, after they got that 1 kill, they just fall back immediately. Usually you can try to kind of like show yourself a bit aggressive, like, okay, you have to use your resources to gain control of long, to gain control of toilets. Because
these are cost.
Yeah, exactly, because if you back off immediately, the terrorists can just have all the time they want to just go close towards A, and they will have all the nades left for the execute.
Snacks finally goes down. If he had a kit there, then who knows? We almost saw an absurd 1v5 defuse on Inferno, where Moe CQ for the Oceanic teams, he was hiding in the smoke, but they came back just in time, and he didn't have a kit, unfortunately. Never mind. We can dream. Virtus.pro back on the buy, and it will be Pasha on the scout here. The rest of them going to have M4s. Again, just Taz on the on his signature M4A4. The rest of the team preferring the silence. Wow. 2-man pressure coming in, but only Barley will be required to take down Olofmeister.
That was so cool. So many Virtus.pro players just swarming the sewers and connector area to get those early frags, and now they're going to back away again. So it's that situation we saw previously. Now, will Fnatic just walk into A, as they did before, and just get the picks, or how will they handle this?
Okay, that is a picture-perfect smoke from Crims. Although, maybe this boost is a straight counter for it. Let's have a Butcher's. Indeed it is, but he can't see anything just yet.
I think they're just going to fall back, because they saw no one there. They're just going to think it's a B push now. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually rotate 1 extra guy to B.
So, Barley going to make himself a wall so he can concentrate on the toilets. Go for an aggressive peek without fear of being flanked. Although, he will not find the angle in time, and Crims will take him down. More nades coming in from long, but the push is mainly coming in from A short here.
Yeah, we've got Pronax moving in towards the bank area from long, and they're always going to spot the gunner. Snacks, get the quick drop on him as Neo goes up the stairs for the frag, and they got played by Optimus as well. So the thing is that it's such an open plant right now, and the smokes are down, so Virtus.pro are going to need a lot of awesome play to actually make this work out for themselves, as Flusher is really close. Going to spot the first player, Neo gets spray on both players, and that's going to be that. 12-10, and Fnatic are springing back with a very strong T-half, but you got to question that single man push down toilets, which gave a huge advantage to Fnatic.
Yeah, it's a high risk, high reward play, as if no one's there, he knows it's going to be a B push, but if they are there, they're probably going to wait for him with their guns up and just kill him. and make it so much harder for the rest of the CTs to defend that A site.
The smoke wall at front of the site is kind of just slightly reminiscent of the smoke wall on B on Inferno, but the difference is that there are a lot of options without taking the site for the T's to hold the bomb, compared to Inferno, where obviously you have the acute angles and it is much worse. So this should be formality. Got that nade coming over. Again, that's something, funny enough, that Devilwalk did a very long time ago. When this map first came out, he did a little video showing how to be in that short sewer area and throw nades and molotovs into the site to punish people being in the barrels, and then nade them where they're probably going to go into the other side of the sewers on the site.
So it kind of looks like Fnatic is set up to win this match now. They got such good economy, and Virtus.pro just keep being forced into a situation where it's like buy eco. So we're going to see if their double up can actually be an effective way to handle Fnatic. This is the first time we're going to see it. Oh, almost a double as well.
That was close. I think he just shaved the hair off an elbow there for the other player, but it's going to be a warning shot to the remainder of Fnatic. But how long until they realise how many AWPs they're on, if they can do anything about them? They may not even get the chance. Virtus.pro going nuts here, but they find themselves now in a 2 versus 3 situation. And again, this is the kind of situation where they may want to change one of these AWPs for an M4 if they have to go for a retake. But I'm going to get planted on the corner of the site. Neo taking pot shots through the smoke there, but he won't find the angle. So again, now we're in a situation where they go for a double AWP retake, which is never the most ideal thing. But Neo with an absurd jump to find the spot onto JW and then take him out. Pasha will use the smoke to cover the angle and force Flusher to...
Oh my god! You have to be joking. What a shot.
He just sent his head to the other side of the planet with that shot. No scope to boot.
That looks like so aesthetically pleasing. I'm pleased aesthetically.
Are you satisfied?
The biggest problem for Virtus is they lost 2 players. 4 players on Fnatic had over 10k this round. Virtus is so far behind in the economy. If they lose this round, I'm actually gonna call it, there's no way they're gonna win this map.
If they lose it, that's a wrap. I'm not the Ice Cube type. Gonna be a slow start to round 25 as the CTs maneuver around. You can see Snacks moving back there from the toilets area. Pasha gonna hold down along with an AWP now instead of a Deagle as we saw him previously. Nice little upgrade for him. No helmet onto Neo, but 4 AKs and an AWP will not matter. Still currently 3 CTs in a B-bomb site for Virtus.pro, so this is one round where they're not going to overextend. And again, they are one of the most prolific teams at changing up the gears here. Go from passive to aggressive. Like they have a multiple personality disorder there.
The problem is that they have to rotate one guy back to A, because they can't play 3 people on B the way they do right now. If Fnatic decides to just go for an A execute, they cannot defend with only 2 people.
Well, Virtus.pro have also moved back down long with a certain timing, which will give Fnatic the real estate to throw the smokes in that they did on previous rounds. However, their setup is entirely different on this occasion. Looks like Pronax will be the lurk man. But Snax has found himself a blind spot here. And the shadow will allow him to punish there. Another frag coming in towards B bomb site, and Virtus.pro will know what's going on now. Rotation coming in towards B bomb site as only JW is left.
Yeah, he's got 4 players to kill, so and 10 seconds to plant the bomb. GG is basically that kind of situation. It's kind of checkmate at that point. So a round will be won by Virtus.pro, so they're going to actually be able to keep themselves in this one and not go out straight away. So I have to see if they can start stringing more rounds together with the double AWP setup working for them, as it has been. And I wonder how aggressive they're going to play this now, because I think that they can't let up the pressure at this point. I think that would be a mistake for them to go too passive with it. As enemy now, Fnatic know what's coming as well. That's going to be the interesting thing. And there it is. There is the anticipation. JW takes the kill on the aggressive AWP opportunity of Virtus.pro, and this is scary now for Virtus.pro. What do? They've actually got to push. They're pushing everything. Oh my god! They're pushing absolutely everything and getting completely wrecked.
Yeah, maybe a consolation kill there for Pasha, instantly traded by Olof. So it's only Bali versus the rest of the team. We'll have a quick look at the money, and they'll be able to get something out now that they had that extra round where they survive with 4 players, but still going to be less than ideal. So Bali must try to survive now.
Yeah, and it's so hard to play here for Virtus, because they're used to playing that super aggressive style on A, and when we're playing versus Fnatic, they're just so good individually, so it's very, very hard to force the issue versus them. You cannot really go for the aim duels, aggressive on long and aggressive in connector, as we saw GW get the entry for kill there. So Virtus.pro has to play a style which they're not comfortable with, playing very defensive, and it's going to be interesting to see how they approach the next round. We haven't really seen the super aggressive long style from them yet.
Shadow. We're not going to find angle. Barley proving impossible to kill here. He's going to put himself between the last man and the bomb. And he found himself another smoke as well. So... Oh. Could have almost got himself another frag there. But he's made a fair amount of money.
Got 29 kills. It's kind of ridiculous how well Diali's been playing in the last couple maps. It's actually ridiculous how many frags he's been making. It's awesome. Ooh.
So it's crunch time for Virtus.pro here. They cannot afford to lose any more rounds. Look at that money. Or lack of it.
Oh, is someone going to go and challenge Pasha's scout? Ooh, might be the case. Pronax is there. How long will Pronax keep his head attached to his shoulders? Not sure what Pasha's doing there, but he's going to find the shot.
Imagine if you saw down Overwatch. He's tagged both of them as well.
Oh my god, there it is. He takes down Crims. Has the tag on Pronax, and JW's been tagged as well.
3 out of 3. I can only imagine he was either just pulling his mouse cord because it was tight somewhere, or there was something on his mouth pad for Alex. He was just like making U-shapes and then just casually shooting people between rocks at the same time. It's quite funny. Anyway, that's actually a really big advantage for Virtus.pro because he's taken down one, he's tagged the other one. JW's tagged as well.
It's much harder to make those scout shots from that position than you think as well. Like that range is actually kind of difficult to connect those, but Pasha makes it happen. And they got 3 players towards A as well, and with 5 men, they just want to play it passively, and it could be a good call here actually.
And Neo with that Molotov is very, very crucial. Look at Bayal, he's behind them as well, so this should be an easy round for Virtus.
24 seconds left on the clock, and Barley needs to move up so he can make an impact on this while the other Fnatic players come in. The nade is going to take down Snacks, and again Barley starting to move fast now, but they're looking for the flank. They're going to find the flank. Olaf taking down Barley. 3 versus 3 now. Bomb just about getting planted. I guess there's an invisible smoke that you can't see there in front of the bomb, which is why there was no engagement. 3 versus 2 now. Fnatic heavily tagged, but man advantage. They're going to find another advantage with the end of Pasha's scout, which will give his position away. So now it's Taz versus 3. And he needs to go and find a kit and find 3 kills. It's all falling apart here for Virtus.pro.
And this is typical Fnatic. You see them in this extremely disadvantaged position with low HP, no nades to work with. You see a lot of nades on Virtus.pro. They have a flank, they know they're coming A, and somehow Fnatic just manages to get all the kills they need to win that round.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you kind of summed it up pretty well. There's like that should be like 95% of the time for Virtus.pro. Like they had every advantage, man advantage, health advantage, the flank advantage, all the information. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, we've got 15-12 match point now for Fnatic, and we'll have to see if they can just clutch it in this one and just close it straight away. Because well, looks like that's exactly what's going to happen now. It's going to be just Taz who's left over. He's going to die. 16-12. Final score there. Fnatic will win the match against Virtus.pro. Really well done from them, to be honest. I mean, this is the thing with Fnatic. Like, I mean, Virtus.pro played really well, but Fnatic are just able to just win the rounds. They just find a way. These guys, they find a way.
Yeah, they're just by far the best team in the world in playing clutch situations.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Abusing all the edges you can gain from the map, like. When they get the bomb down on A, you can just stand there at the headshot position where you can just duck and stand up. We saw Flusha getting 3 kills, I think, from that position one round. And just like gaining all the small edges you can in all those clutches. And also, they absolutely destroy the economy of Virtus.pro on the second side. Virtus.pro have a start where you lose the pistol round, then you win the first weapon round with 1 guy surviving, and then you lose the round after, and all of a sudden, we're down 5-1 in this half, and we have barely started to play the half.
Yeah, very strong T sides actually from both teams, maybe 2 of the strongest teams on Overpass at the moment.
I think so. I think that's fair actually.
This is where you close out now, Dan.
No, okay, I thought we were going to talk more about the match, but okay guys, to be honest, we have so much more about Virtus.pro here today anyway, so it's not the last of them we'll see. I think we're going into a best of 5 show match with them. So, but they'll be versus Envious. So that's going to be very interesting indeed. But we are going to close the show here for now. So we'll see you pretty shortly for more Counter-Strike action here live on Face It TV.